Hey, Mr. Knight. So I feel like this video might get a little bit of hate. I know that's a terrible way to start a video off, but it's true. Because the topic today is your dolls are possessed. Well, mine aren't. The ones I have left aren't. I don't believe they are. But in retrospect, I'm not going to sugarcoat the truth about the occult. It is possible a doll can be possessed. That's not a lie. And anybody that says it's a lie is lying to themselves. Um, you can research dolls for years and years and years and years, and I'm not talking about Annabelle. That's a completely different thing, although factual and based on events. I am talking about what they used to call debt dolls. That would tell you that something bad's about to happen, as well as Chinese stick figure dolls that also held things, and then there's voodoo dolls. So, is it factually true to say a ball jointed doll cannot be possessed? No, you can't say that. Literally anything can be possessed. If there is a mantra or some kind of ritual or blood, whatever, there are ways to possess things. You can even give something energy just by giving it that power. Literally, you can give it energy just by, so to say, are they possessed? No. But can they be? Absolutely. Anything can be. It's just true. There's too much of a phenomenon, and there's too much um, in the occult, and there's too much research to prove that it is true that anything can be possessed. Now, what I've come to find on the flip side is if you don't want people to think your dolls are possessed, I found out what it is. And it's not the way it's painted. That's not it. If somebody says that your doll looks creepy because of the way it's painted, that's not why. I have found to see it is typically the way the eyes are positioned. If you have the eyes staring at you right in the front, that can be a little creepy. It's true. And even as a doll owner, I can tell you guys, it can be a little creepy if you have them like staring you right in the face. If you have them looking down, even more so. If you have them looking like this, not too bad, but people are kind of wondering why they're like that. So what I've been told is if you don't want them to look creepy, you have to kind of push them up just a little bit to the corner. Like they can't be straight forward, just a little bit turned. And the reason for that is because it's almost photogenic that way, the way it's looking, the way it's doing. You can do it straight in the front, but if you're going to do that, I would suggest some kind of accessory like glasses or sunglasses or shades or a veil, something where it's not so in your face. But no, guys, it's not. It is not the way it's painted because I have talked to so many people in this hobby, and that's not the reason why people think they're creepy. It's just not. People either think they're creepy because of the way the eyes are positioned, or very, very, very rarely because they think they're too realistic, which to me is a testament to the artist. If you can make it look that beautifully realistic, and somebody says it's creepy because of that, to me that's not an insult. That's like the biggest freaking compliment ever. That means you got your money's worth. It's beautiful, and that's all you can ask for. Literally in this hobby, and anybody can argue that, but literally in this hobby, if it's beautiful and people think it's realistic, you got your money's worth, in my opinion. So, yeah, but let's not lie to the community and say all dolls, these BJDs cannot be anything can be possessed. Let's not lie. But do I believe they're possessed when Doll Chateau makes them? No. Do I believe they're possessed when Dollzo makes them? No. Do I believe they're possessed when Dolly's makes them? I'm not gonna go through every company, but you get what I'm saying. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that that's a thing. The dolls I talked about previously, is a whole different thing. Um, and that's in relation to the occult, but anything can be possessed, literally anything. Um, but what I like to tell people is it's kind of like a gemstone or a geode or crystal. If you give it a healing touch, you can give it light. So, how that works is love your dolls. That's it. That's the secret. Love your dolls. Hold them, talk to them, embrace them, play with them, give them characters, have them play with each other, and really make it special. Because that light gives them life. It gives them a special light to you. But just be careful because, like I said in the last video, you get real attached and when you have to let them go, it's like, oh my gosh. It's like, this is too much for me. So just be careful with that. If you're going to have to get close to one and then you have to sell it, just be careful with it. But that's my best advice to you guys. You ever worried that you might have a possessed doll? First of all, I don't think you do. And B, just love it. Just love the hell out of the doll. Hold it, watch movies with it, listen to music with it, have them sit together, make them brother and sister, make them lovers, whatever your characters are. Just make sure that they all are engaged. That's the main thing I've always done with my dolls. Like if I have Monster High dolls, repaints, and then I have the BJDs, I'm not gonna separate them because they're different types of BJD. I'm still gonna have them all together, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Dorian, this is your new little friend, the Seer, and y'all are gonna be pals now." And that's what I do. Anyway, but I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, oh, they're creepy and they're haunted. It can't be haunted. I'm just gonna tell you that's not possible. Um, but um, anything can be possessed if you give it that negative energy. So, like, never get like real angry or upset around your dolls. Because then when you see them or think about them or are around them, it'll repress that memory. Do you get what I'm saying? And this next fact may shock you guys, but it's really true and it's kind of scary. Although this whole video has been kind of scary, I'm just kidding. Um, there are some crazies in this hobby. I know you guys already know that. But there are some people in this hobby that if they get mad, guess what they're going to do? They're going to take their doll and they're going to throw it. Yeah, you heard that right. This little dude, and they're going to chunk it. I've seen it. I've seen a YouTube video of it. I've seen a Vine of it before Vine wasn't a thing anymore. I've seen Instagrams of it. People are like trying to do a face up or whatever, and they're like painting something on there, and then they're like, ugh, and they just chunk it down like it's. And I'm like, dude, respect the doll. Don't chunk it. Don't treat it like crap. And don't give it negative energy because you don't want negative energy. Yeah, negative energy is not like anything terrifying, but it's something that it's like a emotional haunting, which is worse. Because then you repress the memories upon the inanimate object, which gives the object a negative power, which it does not need. So I always tell people, if you're in a bad mood, just don't mess with the dolls that day. Just don't mess with them. Just leave them alone. Because you don't want to repress the doll. You don't want it to feel that way. You just want to love it and be awesome to it. It's just, I always tell people, like, and some people look at me like I'm crazy when I say this, but I'm like, treat your dolls like your animals. You treat your animals with love, respect, kindness, you play with them. Same thing with the dolls. Like, dude, these are a work of art. Now, we're all different. And that's something I've said before in many videos. Some of us don't even take the dolls out of the boxes. There are some collectors that actually do that. They will leave them in the boxes. Some of us don't even paint the faces. We just leave them blank, the ghostly dolls. And some of us display them and never touch them or anything else again. We just look at them. But for most of us, in our mid-20s or early 30s, we like to play with them because we're a kid at heart. And not only that, but we love to see the beauty of it and we love to feel connected to something. The whole point of the BJD hobby is to feel connected to something. That's the whole thing. That's the whole. When everybody asks me, why are you a part of the hobby? To feel connected to something. To take something and create art that is something that is a representation of myself or my feelings or something that I see and I feel something. That's it. That's that's really it. But yeah, I was watching a few videos and this one girl was like, haunted or possessed dolls? Are you kidding me? Well, it's not completely impossible, but it's very rare. Now, if you if you have a haunted doll or like a possessed doll, write in the comments and like send me a video link because I want to see it. But typically, that's like it's not a thing. That is something that is caused by somebody looking at your eyes and your doll, and they're like this, or they're like this, or they're like this, and people are like, oh my god. So that's why I say if I can do it with my own eyes, the best way to do your doll eyes is kind of like this. Right there, nailed it. See, it wasn't right in center, it was a little bit to the side. Did you see that? Do you want to do it again? It's like, see, they're turned but not completely turned. Did y'all guys, you get that? I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Because when they're just looking at you in their front, it's weird. They have to be moved just a little bit. Anyways, this video's long and it's rambly and I'm over it. And I don't want people to think this is a conspiracy theory channel because it's not. I just want to clarify the video that I made where I was talking about conspiracies was a joke. It was not for real. It was a joke, but it is true. A lot of people think we're like millionaires or rich and they're retarded because that's not that's not the case at all. Trust me. Did I just tell you how many dolls I had to sell? Anyway, guys, if you did like this video, hit the like button, and there's a notification bar below, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I'm in the process of trying to rebrand this channel. It's a work in art. It's work in art. It's a work in process. Technically, it's artistic. So if you want to watch any of my other videos, I have several talking about random different things. And again, the purpose of this channel, I have set it to the ground. The purpose of this channel is to talk about things that other BJD channels won't. And to kind of connect. And I really want to come off as your friend. That's really what I want to do. I want to come off and come on here and talk to you like I would have like if you were right in front of me. And I know sometimes I ramble and I know sometimes I talk about crazy things or weird things or whatever. But I really just want you to feel like I'm not just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to feel like you're there and I'm here and you're following and we're conversating. It's really a direction of this channel I want to go in. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.